Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the Political Brown Kid here. Hope everyone's having a good day until I get ready to ruin it with this. And I pray to God that this doesn't get taken down because I do believe that people need to see this. Now, I've blurred out as much as I could that I thought was relevant. I don't want to show, for the most part, some of the young ladies' faces. The people who did these videos professionally, I showed some of their faces because this is professional work that's out there, but I'm not showing, of course, any other body parts or anything of that nature. But this is from adult content. And I just want to make this known right now that if you're offended by this, please leave. If you're a minor, please leave because I don't need you viewing this content. You probably already get enough of this unsupervised on your phone anyway. Probably you've even seen this stuff. But this isn't a platform for that. But I just want to keep this as adult as possible. We do need to have a conversation about this. And once again, we're going to test to see what YouTube will allow me to show. Because I guarantee you, this should not get taken down because I'm not showing anything explicit, but it is content that's going to make people feel uncomfortable. And you should. You should be outraged and you should be mad. I've been trying to do this video, contemplating doing this video for years now. But of course, excuse me, I did not have a big following. My channel's just picking up. And when I say just picking up, I mean, I only got like 30 something subscribers. And so I'm not even really reaching anybody. But this needs to go out. It needs to be seen. And let me just say this before I begin too. There's been a certain website, which we're going to dive into. I did a lot of their content in this video. I've been going on Twitter, now called X. I've been going on Elon Musk's platform, social media platform, for months. I gave up trying. I sent out Twitter blasts 3 to 4 times a day trying to get a certain adult website that degrades black women down. I sent tweets and I hashtagged or I used the ads. I don't know. I don't use social media that much, but I plugged Oprah Winfrey in it. I plugged Visa, MasterCard, American Express. I plugged a bunch of other prominent black women and black men. I plugged some of these prominent black people in my post. And you can go to my Twitter page or X page, Political Brown Kid, and you can check it out. And I was sending out tweets 3 times a day, every day, and I did it for a month, and then I gave up. And I was sending out tweets, basically putting this website on blast, saying, how does American Express, Visa, and MasterCard still take payments, and even SegPay? How do these people take payments and process payments for a website that racially degrades black women? And I did that post, like I told you, multiple times per day, and no one responded. No one liked it. No one retweeted it. No one took action on it. Once again, I'm not a man that has a platform. I don't have followers. I'm not that entertaining or amusing enough, or I don't have quote unquote it. I don't have the it factor to get followers. So I was plugging in Oprah and all of those other people in the hopes that they would see it and say, this is outrageous. What can we do about this? Because there was one website that degraded, I think it was geared towards, it made some other people feel uncomfortable. I forgot who it was, but Visa and MasterCard and them stopped supporting the website and it shut down. So I tried to get the same thing done with this website to no avail. And probably once I stopped, so I'm just trying to give you guys a timeline. Once I stopped sending out tweets about that, I don't know what they call it on X now, whether they call them X's. I have no idea what they call the tweets now. But once I start broadcasting that, probably about 3 months later, I did get a few likes, about 3 or 4. And I'm like, wow, I thought it worked instantaneously. Once again, I'm not on social media like that. But then 3 months later, a few random people, no, it was actually the same girl. She was liking the post. So I got one person to hit the like button on those posts. But it hasn't picked up traction. So now I'm doing a video on this today. And this video is just showing you the disrespect that goes on with our females and how our females disrespect themselves for other cultures. And this is amazing because what you're going to see and what you're going to have on the screen right now, what I'm showing you right now, is just how we will do anything for $1 without putting our own pride and dignity ahead of $1. And also, too, what we do is what people fail to understand is that the media, like I've been trying to tell you all before, the way that you control the masses is through the military, the government, and the media. If you can control one, two, or all three of those things, you are a powerful person. That's why image is everything. That's why you hear people regurgitating stupid stuff that's not true. When you hear people say that Black fathers are absentee fathers, they get this stuff from the media. When they hear that Black people are all on welfare, it's Black women on welfare, they get this stuff from the media. The predominant people that are on welfare are white. But when the media pumps, when all they show you, and every time they talk about welfare and poverty, they show a Black face, you equate that with a certain demographic because the media controls it. When you start seeing Black men with white women, and that's all you see on TV, yeah, you're just seeing a few celebrities, Taye Diggs, and you're seeing celebrities with that, but you're not seeing the regular Black men that are middle-class Black men or the millionaire Black men, the millionaire next door, who's with his Black woman. And like they say, statistically shows most people marry within their race. So that's why you hear all of these Black women hollering, Black men marry white women. No, we marry sisters. But yeah, of course, in the everybody knows that Hollywood is weird. Hollywood believes in cutting up people's faces and getting Botox injections for fun. They believe that that is normal practice. They believe in living in a fantasy world. So you can't judge men or society off of what you see in Hollywood because Hollywood is fake. But Hollywood is what's shown and projected to households. So when you see Black women seeing this, so they say, yeah, Black men want white women, so we're going to abandon Black men. But it's not true. We want Black women. And when Black men start seeing certain things about Black women that aren't true, we're getting it from the media. So that's why I want to focus and show you this bullcrap right here. So without further ado, I'm making this video long because I can be long-winded. Let's just talk about what we're seeing and what you don't see other races do. Right here in this very first screenshot that you're seeing, and this is actually something that was in my catalog because, of course, I'm into adult content, but I'm not into this type of adult content. But this was actually in one of my old 70s videos that I had, and I said, oh my God, I have this. And this was one of the scenes in like a compilation movie, but there's a scene of a Black female, and just to set up the scene, she was in the room by herself doing things with herself, and then these two men, white males, come through the door, come in each door, there's a door on each side, and they're on position on each side of the bed. Now, of course, you can only see the bottom of what they're wearing. But if you can see the bottom of what they're wearing a white robe. And if you can look, and even though I have it kind of blurred or pixelated out, you can see that the top of their heads are also look like they're in a white garb. And it is because they're in hooded sheets. They're in white hooded sheets. So if anybody who knows, and if you're educated enough to know what a man in an all-white hooded sheet is, you know that these are two Klan members coming into a room with a Black female, and they're about to do something with her. And they even say in the video, let's get this darky. Let's do blah, blah, blah with this darky. Those were the words used in this video. And then they proceed to do things, and you can imagine, because you should all be adults, or you probably have seen adult content, that they used her to the best of their ability. And whether you want to see if that's a good thing or bad thing, that's up to you. But what I'm going to tell you right now is, in this second clip that you're going to see another female, and she's like, I may plug in the audio here, I may not, but I'm going to tell you what she says. She's saying, I'm about to blank, basically perform oral and perform penetrative acts with 8 white, I think she says white boys or white something, but white boys or white men. And as you can see in this clip, here's one female sister, one black sister, and she's with several white men. In this picture, you probably only see 5 or 6, I guess. I don't know. And what I blurred out on the shirts, because once again, I don't know if YouTube would take it down, is you see on each of their shirts, they're all wearing shirts that have the Confederate flag on it. And for all black people, we all know what shirts with Confederate flags mean. So my whole point with showing you these 2 videos up front, or showing you these 2 images up front, is to show you just how willing our people, our sisters, are to compromise themselves for $1. That you would participate in, and that you would make light of something as trivial as when black women were in slavery and were brutalized and sodomized during slavery. And even outside of that, just the mere act of whites and with the Ku Klux Klan represented to blacks and with the Confederacy represented to blacks. You will never, I have yet to see, I'm not going to say you'll never because that's an absolute, but when was the last time you've seen a Jewish female? I'm not talking about somebody playing a Jewish female. And even still, you won't even see that. You won't even see someone pretending to be a Jewish female getting sodomized and or penetrated and enjoying it with a Nazi, with several Nazi men. You're not going to see it. And maybe there is that rolling around. If it is, I've never seen it before. I'm not even looking for that. But I highly doubt it, because trust me, I live in a perverse world sometimes. And I have never come across anything like that. Not in anything that I've been looking for in my content. You're not going to find it on adult platforms in the mainstream. It's probably underground, but you're not going to find that. And here you find 2 black females who are willingly participating in making this kind of content and enjoying it. Because our people will compromise themselves in any way possible, all for the pleasure of white men. Now, also the sad thing, and let me say this too while it's on my mind before I get into the remainder of this content, I can guarantee you, because a lot of my content, once I start talking about interracial relationships, and once I start talking negatively about interracial relationships, it's always some black female that'll come into my comment section and say, why is he worried about what we do? Or love is love, and all of this other bull crap. And I guarantee you somebody's going to come in here and say, try to flip the script and turn it around on me like, well, why are you watching this? You love, enjoy, and look like you love. Or what about what black men do to us? Number one, I don't enjoy this. And number one, when I collected this content, I didn't enjoy collecting this content. I went out there and I did research, like I told you guys, and filtered this out and brought this to you guys because I've been trying to get this stuff taken off the internet. Now, once again, I like adult content. I don't like this type of adult content. Some of you people are weird like that. Some people are into different things. Hey, people like seeing women with horses and mules and stuff. I don't know. People like snuff films. I don't know. Never seen one. But I guarantee you somebody's going to come into the thread trying to flip the script and make it about me and my deficiencies as a person, or try to make it seem like, well, black men do it to us too. My black men, well, what's the difference between this? They just role playing. It's always going to be something. But let me get into this other content too, because I'm going to add audio to this. This was the website that I was trying to get taken down. So the remainder of these clips you're going to see of the website that I was trying to get removed from the internet, unsuccessfully, but it's still there. But I'm just going to start showing you each of these clips, and then I'm going to just try and add in a little bit of commentary.
I'm not really sure, but you see, like, I'm a mixed female. So I'm not really all that black.
So you're denying your fucking heritage, right?
No, I'm
selling out.
I'm actually not. I am biracial, so.
You are selling out, man. I don't know. I like your shape. Like, you're the type of black chick that I would fuck. Oh. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like the real dark. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, that's just.
You like caramel. Yes,
exactly. I also like your body type. Like, you kind of keep your shit in shape, don't you? Yeah. So stand up. Let me have a. Now, since you're black, and this is probably going to come across as like terrible, but I just want to make sure you're wearing red. Like, you're not fucking affiliated, right?
Oh no.
All right, good. Because I don't want your homeboys outside getting ready to shoot up the joint.
So here's two things that I want to point out in this video or audio that I played, but I do have the coinciding still frame associated with it. I put up two. Number one, and I'm not going to mention who this actress's, no, I use that word loosely, name is, but here's the deal. Number one, I don't know what it is with black people that love to denounce their race. And and the white guy even admits it. He's saying, yeah, you sell it. He's even saying it too. And black people love to do that. Number one, I'm looking at a whole black woman, and black people love, and trust me, I come across this on dating sites as well, because as y'all know, I'm single and I'm in the dating market. I've seen all kind of black women check off the boxes when they on ethnicity. They'll check black, Native American, Indian, Asian, white, Caucasian. In this, or they'll just classify themselves as other, or they classify themselves as this young lady did right here as mixed. You looking at this female, this is a whole black woman here. Everybody wants to be mixed. And even Dr. Umar Johnson even made a very good point. If you look at the census numbers, the black population actually fell because people are now switching from classifying themselves as black to classifying themselves as other or mixed, because no one wants to be black. And here's a prime example of this young female don't want to be black. That's number one. Number two, once again, I've told you guys before, if you go check out through all my other videos, I told y'all I'm very consistent and I'm right. One thing about me, I'm a very smart person. And these white guys, when you watch movies, I told y'all, when y'all watch movies, y'all gonna see the black females that are getting these big box roles. They're always the black aside from Zoe Saldana. But Zoe Saldana, she doesn't even consider herself black. She flip-flops. She only want to be black when she want to play Nina Simone. But when you look at all of these movies, who do you see the white men saying, I want to be married to her? It's always Carmine Jogo, Tandy Newton, Tandiwe, since she's a victim now. She wants to play victim. Tandy Newton, Carmine Jogo, Halle Berry. They take all of the light-skinned blacks. If you watch all of the commercials. When you watch commercials on TV, it's always a light-skinned black female, and she's associated with a white man. She's not associated with a black man. And she has white babies. She has white babies in the commercials. Go watch the commercials. You watch the commercials when they put a black woman with a black man in the commercials. When you see the kids, they always make the daughter lighter. The girls always have to be lighter than the boys. Go watch it. Girls are always lighter and their hair is naturally curly. Watch it. I don't make this stuff up. I'm very perceptive. Videos and the media does a very good job of playing with your mind. So, and you see this in this stuff. The second thing too, and this goes along with my point, is they want a particular type of black woman. And this guy says it right here. And I have other proof in other videos of other white men. Trust me, I've heard it and I could go get it, but I said this video is going to be long. I'm already up to 18 minutes. But these white men will tell you blatantly, I like light-skinned black women that are skinny. Light-skinned black women that are skinny. They all say it. And this guy just said it. And here's another clip just to validate. I'm going to show you two other clips that supports what they like and then tell you about what they don't like.
All right, stand up. Let's have a look at you. I want to see you. You're actually thin.
Yes.
Thank you for that. Seriously, we get so many freaking beat hogs in here that it's nice to get a little fucking stick once in a while. Spin around, bitch. Let's see you. Oh, you think you're all sorts of fine, don't you? Yeah, but you're like the big booty queen, right?
Yeah.
Turn around, let's see it. Yikes. Bend it over. Fuck. You ever measure that?
It was 52 and I was 46.
White people are vomiting right now. The black people, they're up and fucking jumping, doing jumping jacks, hollering and shit. The black guys, they love that shit, right? You're gonna have to see. Why do you think that is?
They're just more, I don't know, naturally in tune with black girls. I mean,
but why do you think they like big butts?
I don't know. They just like it. Ever since What's Man came out with that song, I like big butts, I cannot lie. I mean, they just started following the trend, I guess.
Yeah. I think it's disgusting.
You do?
Yeah, I don't like it. I think it's unhealthy. You know, you probably have diabetes, right?
No.
Well, that's just, I don't know, it's unhealthy. And it's unflattering. Like, having a nice little butt's one thing, but that's obscene, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that black guys like it because they set their bar real low. You know what I'm saying? Like, they like girls like you because, you know, you're not that attractive. You're cool. I'll give you that. You're a cool chick, but, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, I mean, do you even think of yourself more than a 3?
No, I think I'm like an 8 or like at least an 8.5.
Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that.
See, I don't make this stuff up. You see, with the second girl, he validates it. He's like, another skinny black female comes on the show, and he's like, "Thank you for being thin," and he compliments her on her figure and says, "Thank you," because these other black females are just super fat and they don't care about their appearance. But this should also tell women something about themselves as well. And now here you come with another female who a lot of you sisters would say, "Oh yeah, she's just thick." Yeah, because y'all are built similar to her. She's thick. She has a super wide behind, derriere, posterior, whatever you want to call it. And she thinks she's the hot stuff. She comes on and she like, yeah, and he tells her to stand up. She thinks she's hot stuff and she thinks she's going to get complimented. And he basically tells her, "You're fat. You're fat. The brothers like this. Black men like this." And he's like, the reason why black men like this is because basically black men don't have any self-esteem and black men don't have standards. And he's like, black men are the only people that would settle for you because you, and he says, basically, you are a 2 or a 3. He rated her and said, "You are a 2 or 3. He said, "You're fat and your face is average." And he's like, "You are super big." And I will say this, because I'm not going to totally dog a man out, because even Satan says something right out of his mouth. Even Hitler says something right out of his mouth. You know, every person, just because a person is evil don't mean that the truth don't slide out of their mouth every once in a while. And I will say this, he is correct. You know, women think that just because you have a super wide behind and your stomach is smaller than your behind or your breast, that you are fine and you thick and you all that in a bag of chips and you can wear what you want to wear because you have a big booty. The bottom line is he's absolutely correct. Skinny women, here's the deal. Men, particularly black men, we like women with high arching buttocks, right? You know, it's like a basketball. She can be as skinny, she can be super skinny, but as long as her buttock sits up and it doesn't sag down, because if you notice, like a lot of white women, they'll have like the heart-shaped hiney, where their behinds hang low and it just droops down into the heart shape, where black women have a basketball hiney where it sits up high. That's what we like. We don't like the extra thick thighs. We really don't. I mean, you have to do extra work with that in the bedroom. It really does. And then once you take the clothes off, it's just a lot of extra meat. So, and I'm not trying to say that to be disrespectful, but I'm just saying that he does have a valid point here. Now, be honest with you, I'll say this. I don't think that she's grossly overshapen. I definitely would date her. But if she was to walk around thinking that she's hot stuff and thinking that her body's perfect, then that's when I'd be like, babe, I beg to differ. I'll take you for who you are. Maybe, we can work out and get in shape together and, change our diet and everything, right? But, your body isn't perfect. But she's not, again, she doesn't have, to me, I don't think that she's like because you can be heavy set, but in a nice shape. And you can be heavy set and sloppy. There's two big differences. Like you can kind of look at, men can be the same way. You can have some thick, heavy set men, but their bodies and their shapes are firm. And they're, it's just that they're heavy set. Or you can be sloppy and just kind of, it's two different sets of being heavy set. So, but let's continue with this rest of this other stuff, because I just want to show you the stuff that these men put these women through. So what you're going to hear now is just a montage of just these men asking these women, who do you prefer to be with? And they love doing this on this platform. It's just creating divisiveness. They just want to ask these women, do you prefer being with black men or white men? My question is, why are you so concerned with whether they want to be with whether they want to be with y'all over us? Why is it that you just have to keep asking these women that come on your platform, why don't you like black men? And then these black women, they feed into it and they'll basically tell them, what they want to hear, or they'll basically air their stuff out. It's similar to black men airing out their laundry, like telling other non-black women, yeah, I like being with you because you don't give me that, you don't give me attitude. That's nothing for other people to know. We don't need to air our laundry out in this particular type of manner. Just go on about your business. We spend a lot of time as black people on the internet denouncing one another. And other races just sit back and laugh. When you see because white men are in red pill communities, white men were the first divestors. They divested from their women, but they went overseas and got other white women and Asian women. They went to, the Ukraine and stuff like that. They went to Eastern Europe and then to Asia to get their women, because American white women don't know how to act. They definitely don't know how to act. So the white men went over there, but you don't hear them getting on the radio saying, white women ain't nothing. I hate white women. They don't get on. And then you don't hear the white women conversely, you don't hear the white women get on and say, well, we hate white men. Y'all white men ain't nothing. We hate white men and we don't no longer, they don't do that. We're the only race that gets on the radio or on social media and says, especially black people, especially black men, especially black women. We're the only people that do that. But listen, I just want to show y'all the conversations that go on. And also, too, I'm going to plug in how these men treat these women on this particular page, on this particular adult page. You're going to see them pouring grape soda on these black women. They have them walk around in slave chains while they sodomize these women. These women are wearing slave chains while they're getting sodomized. They're making them drink grape soda while they're being sodomized in performing sexual acts. And they also doing this. They're also, while these women are in the act of being penetrated and or being sodomized, whichever, they're asking them questions like about Black history. They're asking them Black history questions, and asking them stuff. And then they're also asking them, yeah, so the white man has it. Yeah, you thought the white man didn't have a big thing, didn't you? Yeah, how does it feel now? Do you still prefer black men? And it's like, why are you so obsessed with wanting to be bigger and better than the black man sexually or the black man romantically? What is your fixation on that? But anyway, I'm rambling on enough. Let's just listen to this stuff.
And that was all with your ex-boyfriend?
Yeah.
Black or white?
Black.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You like black guys better?
No, there's not really a preference. I've dated every race, but, they're more aggravating in a way.
Why?
I don't know, they're too strong-minded. It's just a lot to deal with at once. Too much controlling, and I don't know. They just have a lifestyle that they're known for, and it just adds a lot of controllingness and whatnot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you don't find white guys like that?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. They're too nice.
So tell me about yourself. Were you mixed?
Yep.
With?
Black and Polish.
So you're lazy and stupid. Awesome.
How about white guys? You like white guys?
I like white guys, Chinese guys, Puerto Rican guys, Jamaican guys, international. I like everybody.
How many white guys have you been with before?
Before born, maybe 2.
Have you ever dated a white guy?
Couple of dates.
Nothing serious? Why not? But I got a question to ask you. Like, what do you think of white cock?
I'm fine with it. I'll have sex with every nationality.
What's your favorite nationality to have sex with?
My favorite?
Yeah. Asian guys?
Ew,
I'm just kidding.
Latinos.
Why?
I don't know, I just like Latinos are sexy.
So you don't like big black trouser snake? I mean, I thought but that's actually, kind of a myth because
Yes, a mess.
these two guys are hung. And a lot of black girls come in here and they say, oh no, I'm used to big dick. Next thing you know, they're freaking,
Mm-hmm.
they're squealing, help me, please. But, alright, so what kind of cock do you like the best? Black cock or white cock?
White cock.
Why do you like white cock the best?
It moves better.
It moves better.
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? In your personal life, do you prefer black guys or white guys?
White guys.
How come?
Because they try to satisfy more.
Yeah. Give me an example.
Read. I'm not smart enough, right? What type of guys do you like? White, black, any?
I like Italian guys.
Oh shit, yeah? Why?
Because they're hot.
Yeah? Do you date white men more than black guys?
No.
Do you date black guys?
No.
Have you received any negative feedback?
Maybe like 1 or 2.
That's what I want to hear about. What was that like? What was their gripes?
There was this one person on my Twitter that was like, why would you do that? Why would you put yourself in that position?
Was he black?
I think so.
He was.
And
Black men hate us, just FYI. They absolutely despise what we do. Why do you think that? Why do you think black men hate us?
because you guys get to cute black girls, I guess.
Hey, look, no one here called you cute, so rewind that shit. Try it again.
Well, maybe they want to gag and fuck a black girl too.
Yeah. I think they truly find it disrespectful and that you're lowering yourself, and I think it makes it worse that and they think it's worse because it's a white guy's doing it to you, right?
I guess, but that's their problem.
What?
So that's it. It's just a bunch of interviews like before these women get sodomized and degraded, disrespected. When they don't look at it that way, you have to be asked, well, what do you prefer more, black guys or white guys? Who has bigger things, black guys or white guys? I couldn't even show you like the scenes, but in one of the scenes, this while they were doing this black female, they were like, yeah, it's big, isn't it? Yeah, that's a myth, wasn't it? It was a myth about the black man. Yeah, we're just as big as they are. And why do you need to talk about this type of stuff? You've already won. You own society. You get to do whatever you want in society. You're at the top of the totem pole, and you're still concerned with being better sexually than black men, and degrading black women, and then having them denounce black men. I don't make this up. But I'm going to end this here. And once again, like I said, I'm giving up on Twitter trying to make this movement, but I did want to put this video out there, so we'll see what happens. But definitely, I would hope that someone would want to say this website needs to be shut down. Because I'm going to end on this note. This company, this particular group, they also had another website. It was dedicated to Latina females. It was dedicated to, they had this one site, which they called Ghetto. So why is it that when you have a site for black women, it's Ghetto, but the site for Latinas was called Latina? You didn't throw a derogatory term at the Latina women, but you threw it at the black women. That's disrespectful right out the gate. That's number one. But also number two, the Latina site is gone away. They gave up on the Latina site. Now, I don't know whether it got shut down because, maybe the Latina people community said this is disrespectful, shut it down. Or I don't know whether it's just they just stopped making content. Maybe the site is still active and it's just old content, but they gave up on that site. So, or maybe the Latina women had started to get more respect and say, we're not going on that platform. But I can tell you this, the Latina site is no longer, it doesn't have fresh content. At least is the time, at least up to what, last year? Because I looked at this. This is like this stuff that I looked at was last year. I haven't revisited that site, but or last year or the year before last. But the Latina site was shut down, or wasn't, or the videos were very old. When you go to the Black site, they're still making movies. Still making movies. So that goes to show you the popularity of white men wanting to see Black women just having jungle fever type sex, jungle type animalistic sex with Black women, because everyone looks at Black women as just being these sexual beings that you can easily disrespect, sodomize, and just do whatever you want to do with them. And apparently they must be correct, because these Black women continue to go on this platform. So that's all I'm going to say about this. Once again, this is the Political Brown Kid. I hope you all will pick up the fight and, try to get this stuff shut down. Make Oprah Winfrey feel bad about herself. Make Henry Louis Gates feel bad about himself. Make Tyler Perry feel bad about himself. Make all of these Black women that are in the media and are in public opinion. Tamron Hall, make her feel bad about herself. She probably watches this with her husband, or her and Tyra Banks, because Tyra Banks used to be the most vocal female out there, and then she got her white man and she's gone away. But make these people feel bad about themselves, that they'll sit up here and pick up every other fight. They can talk about R. Kelly all day long. They can talk about what every other Black man has done, Russell Simmons, but as soon as it comes to a white person, they get silent. But where's your outrage on this? Once again, this is the Political Brown Kid. I'm done.